Greetings, dear Aquarius. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at your tarot forecast for Scorpio season. All right. So we are in the midst of Scorpio season. As I'm releasing this, I'm filming this on October 28th. So we're about a week into Scorpio season. And this is going to be a Scorpio themed reading, right? Now, when we talk about Scorpio energy, it is a water sign and it is also a fixed water sign. So it's typically associated with some emotional intensity, a lot of assertion, and just a general feeling of depth, right? That is associated with Scorpio. Now, we're just going to be doing a theme to see just kind of what's happening with you during this period of time. Let's go ahead and just set the intention. This is for you, Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius and it is in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life as they fit, and only, of course, for your highest good. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first we are looking at, our question is called the depths, okay? So this is looking at what lies beneath the surface, right? What are some hidden desires or emotions that you are maybe uncomfortable to admit out loud, right? What are some unspoken truths that you aren't quite acknowledging? So let's get to the bottom of that, okay? This is for Aquarius. Show me Aquarius's depths. What is Aquarius hiding, or what's beneath the surface? What is the beneath the surface for Aquarius? Okay, you've got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is all about control. It's also strategic, right? Emperor is, oh wait, let's see a little bit more. Typically, I like to pull about 3 cards to just give a little story here. Okay, here we go. So Aquarius, you like to be in charge, okay? And now this could have something to do with work. So the Aquariuses that I'm connecting to, perhaps you have a very prominent role or boss role, right, at your job. And it's very, and you thrive in this role. You thrive in the role of being in control, of being that strategic planner, of having the answers to everything, of making the plans for everyone amongst you. And you do this perhaps in a work setting, okay? And it's like you're very comfortable with it. However, I think whether you'd like to admit it or not, there is something about what you're doing that's extremely stressful. You do feel as if you are just holding a little too much duty or obligation or responsibility, right? With this 10 of Wands, is just you're exhausted. And it's just that you have too many burdens at this time. So the fact that this is coming up, as hidden, this is a beneath thing, but beneath the surface situation, this makes me feel that perhaps in your waking life, right, you are honestly just adhering to the role, and you're not delegating, and you really are just being everything to everyone, and just like, I can do it all by myself. But there's something here where you're really stressed about it, okay? And there's this feeling that delegation or asking for a little bit of help is somehow a weakness, right? Because that is really what that Emperor is, right? It's that dad energy, it's that father figure that just, I got this, like I'll handle this. I'm going to be able to take care of it, or to provide the stability. And yeah, it's a lot for you, right? And so I'm feeling like that's something that you're not really quite acknowledging. There could be other stressors that are happening in your life, and you're noticing that you're feeling stressed, and you could be attributing it to something else. But in reality, it is this need for you to micromanage and to control things. Give it up, Aquarius. Okay, so that's what I got for you. Now let's look at the release. So when we're talking about a release, this is what do you need to shed or let go of Perhaps this is what's no longer really working for you, and its time has expired. This could be a job, this could be a relationship, this could be a belief system, or just a way or a pattern of thinking. But let's see, Aquarius, what do you need to release? Show me what Aquarius needs to release. Show me what Aquarius needs to release. Okay, you've got the King of Cups. Let's get two more if we can. One. Ooh, two. All right. Oh, you got a couple here. You get the Queen and the King of Cups here. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. This actually came up in the reverse position. It came out like this. Now, Aquarius, if you are in, this is a couple, okay? This is a divine pair here. The King and the Queen of Cups. Now, cups are associated with our emotions. It's all due to feelings. So when you talk about the King of Cups, right? That King of Cups is supportive. It's like that unconditional love. It's being extremely tolerant and having a lot of empathetic nature. Whereas in that Queen provides more of that nurturing comfort, right? That healing also. It's like that mama healing energy. So with these two, like this could be you and another person, okay? And it could be that there is too much emphasis on the emotional aspect of it, because I'm seeing with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, there's something very unpractical about this connection. It's not very balanced. It could be, like I said, rooted solely in how you feel, and just like, but you can't operate alone or in a connection solely based off of one aspect, right? There's a lot of aspects to having a partnership, and part of it is just the feelings part. There's a lot of there's like, is the passion there, is the like stability or the financial security there, is there a meeting of the minds, right? Is there intellectual stimulation in some ways? But I'm seeing here that it says what needs to be let go of is, this is in your release position. And this is holding on. And what this could be, if it's not a relationship, this could really indicate that like perhaps you, at times you could be guilty of operating solely on an emotional level. And even though it can be very comforting and nurturing, like that empathy and that tolerance that you are providing, there's something ultimately that's not very practical about it. Okay. There needs to be some type of like revision on the balance of how you're relating to people. Okay. So that's kind of what I got here. Let's move on to the Phoenix. So when we talk about Scorpio season on a collective level, it's this energy of this renewal and this rebirth and transformations. And this question is asking, how can you harvest the energy of this season to embrace transformation? Okay. So let's say, how can you embrace transformation this season? Okay, you've got the Ace of Cups. You've got the Nine of Wands. You've got the Justice. Okay. And then you got the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Well, remember when I said you were in this Emperor mode, right? This was the first card that came out for you. And this Emperor, right, like, is the father figure that wants to like really control the show. It's like it has a plan, and it's like everything, it has a schedule, there's a routine, everything has to be in place, and it's stressing you out. Okay. So I'm feeling like there's something here, because the first thing that came out was this Ace of Cups. Now, aces are about new starts. But when we talk about cups, these are our emotions. So you're really being asked, there's something transformative and about a new way to show love. Okay. Love does not, maybe your love language is service oriented, perhaps, is making sure that you do things, making sure that you're the last person to benefit off of something because you want everyone else to receive the benefits first. But there's something here about transforming. Like there's perhaps this is a new way of loving, maybe even just like being more self love. Okay, because you've got this nine of wands here, and this is like maybe you've tried before, maybe you've tried to change the way that you relate to people or the way that you just kind of do things, right? You've tried. And I think that there needs to be, like I was saying earlier, that there is a level of imbalance in your life at this time. And mostly I think that it has to do with like being too wrapped up in feelings. Now that justice wants you to bring balance to the situation, but justice is ultimately that cause and effect, right? Justice is the truth of a reality coming out and you being able to deal with not what you want it to be, but what it is, right? I think about the justice as consequences to how we've been living, right? We get consequences from that. And then with this Four of Pentacles, now this is you like needing to reserve yourself, needing to hold back. Okay, so what this all means, the way to embrace a transformation to me is to be patient with yourself, because I think this Nine of Wands ultimately does want you to be patient with yourself. But get comfortable with idealizing a new system of love. You don't have to do everything for everyone, okay? Because you love yourself too, and you don't deserve this energy of being overburdened and stressed out. And it's okay to hold back a little bit. It's okay to not say yes all the time, right? Four of Pentacles wants you to reserve your energy, wants you to reserve yourself and your resources and your energy for perhaps another day, like when you actually need it, and really kind of work on not being just tired and just waiting for things to be over because you're exhausted and you're not delegating, and you do all of this work and you do it because you out of love, you do it out of love, but it's literally hurting you. It's literally hurting you, like you are so stressed out. Okay, and so your transformation is bringing balance into things. And another thing about justice is it wants you to see how she's like carrying that sword. It wants you to cut off things that are just no longer viable or are added stressors in your life. Okay, now, let's close this out talking about the light within. So, what are some strengths or gifts that are emerging within you right now? So, what's awakening inside of you, dear Aquarius? Show me what's awakening inside of Aquarius at this time. What is awakening inside of Aquarius at this time? What is awakening inside of Aquarius? Okay. And you've got the Page of Cups. So many feelings here. You've got, okay, the Death card. And you've got the Two of Wands. All right. Now, I think that you're receiving messages, okay, because that Page of Cups, but this is like a loving message, okay? It's a loving message, but it comes with an understanding that transformation. This is actually Scorpio card, right? And we are in Scorpio season. And I'm seeing that you are getting messages. I feel like there's something very sweet here, right? With this Page of Cups where you're working on transforming yourself, okay? And you're transforming yourself with this understanding of what is becoming too much for you. And I see you really making a plan for that. Two of Wands is looking out to kind of plan what's next, right? What choices do you need to make? Maybe even a trip. Maybe there's like, you need a little vacay. Because from this energy, I'm really just getting an Aquarius who is perhaps overworked, is obsessed with keeping everything in order, and is doing it solely out of love and obligation. Maybe the obligation is the love that you have, that you're showing to people. And it might not be something that people really quite understand that you're doing, but you are. And so I think the universe really just wants you to be more gentle on yourself and really work on reforming that and transforming that love for self into like making other people responsible for their own. Okay, if that makes sense. So Aquarius, very specific message, but if that resonates, please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. If you enjoy the way that I do tarot, my name is Tifa. Feel free to look in the description below to see all of the services that I do provide. I love you, dear Aquarius, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.